Hey y'all, welcome to Reflecting Divinity. My name is Jamie and I'm an intuitive reader, and today I'm offering a pick a card reading. And my idea is that it's a little bit on the shorter side and that it's a little bit playful. It's a little bit more fun and not quite as serious. So I have not done any more than set that in intention. And I have 3 crystals here. I have a spirit quartz, little amethyst. I have a mango quartz. And I have a Botswana agate. So this will be pile 1, this will be pile 2, and this will be pile 3. So just take a moment, you can pause the video to tap into your intuition to see which pile is your pile. And then you can go ahead when you're ready and go on to your reading. I will just say generally that I see all of my readings, all my videos as timeless, so depending on when you stumble upon it, that's when you were meant to find it. I also will just say, because they are general readings for collectives of people, that just take what resonates with you and you can let go, release the rest of the messages that just don't resonate. And on that note, I will say that I recommend always trusting your intuition first. So if something I'm saying isn't resonating, but you're seeing the cards and you are getting an intuitive hit or message that is speaking to you, trust that before maybe the message that I'm delivering, because your guides could be bringing you to this to see a message in it for yourself. So I just want to put that out there because that happens to me sometimes when I'm looking at pick a cards as well. So on that note, I will see you at your selected reading. Hello, reading 1. I'm just shuffling first the Sims tarot cards and just asking for spirit to give us maybe three tarot cards for what wants to come up today. One card wanting to come out. Two. And 3. So you have the 10 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the 3 of Pentacles. So pile 1, as I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that there is emotional contentment. It feels like with the 10 of Cups that there is happiness here. There is feelings of comfort and connection. So there's some pleasurable dynamic here with the people in your life. I keep seeing the Queen of Cups maybe as representing you, and that although there is this kind of comfort and this enjoyment and this dynamic with the 10 of Cups, I do feel like the Queen of Cups is giving me the message of needing some self-care and some alone time to process. I'm kind of getting the sense that some things have happened pretty quickly in your life, that some things have manifested or come to fruition, and it's been really good, but there's some sense of maybe overwhelm or just maybe some disbelief that you've made it, but it's like your energy hasn't maybe caught up with it. The Three of Pentacles, again, it's like this interaction with other people that, in this sense, there's some creativity, there's some sense of collaboration, and maybe there's this dynamic I'm seeing of maybe in your work, there's a lot of like energy that you're giving to your job or your career or your studies, and how you are developing, how you are learning, how you are making money, that it's just taking a lot of your energy because there's this give and take with other people. Is that collaborative element. And then there's also that in the, like, with family, with friends, in the kind of leisure side, but it's still, it's all good, but it's maybe taking a little bit from you. Maybe because it's just been kind of go, go, go to get where you want, and now you are there, but it's like this feeling of maybe you haven't been able to enjoy it. Because there is this maybe some exhaustion and a sense of maybe that you haven't maybe gotten enough time for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from the Rebel deck. And I'll just say it's pretty cheeky, so don't take it too seriously. But I just want to get a couple to see what you need to know. Maybe what you need to hear that you don't want to hear. I had some fallout, but there was too many. I just want a couple. Okay, you had one stick in my hand and one fallout. Okay. So the first one is, you are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. That's interesting. So I feel like that kind of goes along with what I was saying about the Queen of Cups needing time for herself, that kind of energy, the self-care, not giving away too much of your energy, not giving away your power. Stop talking, shut your mouth and listen. So with that, I'm also kind of relating it to the energy, because there is that sense of maybe you need to listen to yourself, that you need to listen to what your energy is saying to you, and not just pushing it down or keeping it to yourself. Like, you need to listen to yourself and maybe let other people in your life know, like, hey, I need a break. Everything's good, but I just need some time for myself to be alone. And I just feel like that is something that maybe you haven't had in a while. And maybe your guides are wanting to communicate with you at a deeper level now that you've gotten to this point in your life. It's almost like Spirit is saying there's more that you can achieve, but you can't be too burnt out, or you won't be able to move forward with that. And you also need to be able to enjoy the things that are enjoyable. So for the last couple of cards, I'm pulling from the Affirmators deck. What would help pile 1 to know? This one feels like it wants to come out. Oop! You actually just had 2 fall out, so I'm going to take those. Okay. Yes. Okay, so you had this one stuck in my hand and these 2 fell out. So you have vitality. You have, I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. And then you have sanctuary. Good for you. It seems you've earned some time away from the chaos of life. It could be as small as a bubble bath or as big as a trip. Or maybe it's a small trip to a big bubble bath, or a normal-sized trip to a tiny bubble bath. Or maybe you tripped and fell in someone's bath. Whatever it is, it's waiting for you with open arms. Just pick your favorite sanctuary and unplug for a bit, especially if a bath is involved. Trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. Absolutely. So yeah, so there's this kind of balance between that sanctuary time where you kind of have that to yourself, maybe a little bit like the hermit, but there is that need for that self-care to rejuvenate your vitality, because you are this naturally. You have this energy naturally, and you do want to share it and express it. But you also have to know that you have to regenerate it, and that if you step back and have a little bit more balance between the demands of, say, family and friends, and also of work, just trust that Spirit will help you balance that, and that it won't all fall apart if you kind of take that time for yourself. And pile 1, I forgot, I wanted to roll some dice that I have not been using, just to give you an angel number that you can look up on your own time. I've seen other readers do this, and I just think it's such a great idea. So for pile 1. Okay, so you have 8, 11. So you could look up these individually, or you could look up 8, 11, and hopefully there is some message there for you that will resonate with you, and I'll let you find that source so that I don't influence you in one way or another. Okay, pile 1. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, then hit that subscribe button. And until next time, bye, pile 1. Hello, pile 2. This is your reading if you chose the Mango Quartz. I have the Sims Tarot, and I'm going to go ahead and ask Spirit for 3 cards to see what they want to bring up for you. I'm wanting to come out. All right, so let's see what we've got. Interesting. Oh my gosh, you got all cup energy. Interesting. Okay. It's interesting because pile 1 got Queen of Cups. So pile 2, this feels like you are taking your power back, in the sense that you are getting more in touch with your emotions and your intuition with the Queen of Cups here. This looks like you had a realization that where you were just wasn't cutting it anymore. Because with the 8 of Cups, I see you choosing something over what you have that used to be fulfilling to you, and that it's good enough, but it could be better. And I feel like there's a sense that you're kind of taking a risk, that you are, I'm getting the sense that Spirit is saying you may face criticism because you are making this decision, and this could be coming from family or people around you. I feel like there's this kind of judgmental attitude, and they're like, why would you leave this? Because there's a sense of like a safety net or something, and Spirit is saying you can trust this, that this decision is right for you, and that your gut instinct that this will be better for you in the long run is correct, because you have the 9 of Cups. There's a sense of fulfillment and just pleasure that you just aren't getting with the 8 of Cups, whatever this is. I feel like there's something that's not emotionally fulfilling in your life that has been kind of taking you outside of who you feel you really are. So the Queen of Cups, there's this sense of, okay, I can't do this anymore. You're rejecting that. Maybe it's a job or something, like maybe you're in a program that you just realize isn't for you. It's not what you want. It's not your passion. And I do feel like there is a sense that there's a risk here, or you're going to face some harsh criticism, and that may be true, but it feels like Spirit is saying to go for it, that you're supported with that 9 of Cups, and that you know yourself best with the Queen of Cups. So I want to get a couple of cards from the Rebel deck. It is pretty cheeky, so don't take it too seriously. But just maybe 2 things that you need to hear. Pile 2. Okay, so I didn't feel like any were going to fall out, so I decided to cut the deck. So you have F, fear. It will lie to your face. Pile 2. That fear of what other people will think or say or how they will judge you, F it. The Spirit says F it. It's taking your power back, because you know who you are and what you want. Don't let anybody else tell you that. Then you have get some effing sleep. You are being an ass because you are effing tired. Face to pillow now. Interesting. Yeah, maybe the sense I'm getting from this is that because you just aren't happy with where you are and what you've been maybe working toward, or what you have, that it's just getting to the point where it's kind of eating away at you, and it is making you feel maybe short-tempered, or maybe you just feel so unlike yourself. It makes you feel maybe crazy, or, you know, just like you're not okay with this. And it's getting to that point where the pressure of it is building up. And so Spirit is saying, take that time out, because this energy, it does feel a little difficult. It feels emotionally difficult. Like I said, there's that kind of conflict, and it's internal until you kind of make that decision. It feels like there's some anxiety over what people will say or do, how they're going to react to you leaving this behind. But actually, this will probably make you feel better. Like once you're out of that indecision, and once you've kind of had time to have the courage to move forward, to take that risk, you're going to be so much more relaxed. You're going to be able to sleep. You're going to be able to enjoy. It's going to feel like you have more freedom, like you can breathe. So for the last card pull, I'm going to be using the Affirmators deck. And to just get a couple cards for pile two. This one didn't want to go back in. Okay, so let's see what you've got. Abundance and generosity. Abundance. Congratulations. It seems you're due for an infinitely big piece of abundance pie. Feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well-deserved metaphorical dessert. Yeah, there's abundance waiting for you, pile two. And so there is this like fear and lack of maybe worth. Like you feel this lack of worth in relation to this. But if you face that, if you make this decision to go after what feels right to you, the Spirit's saying there is abundance here. Generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. Yeah, so I'm relating this to the energy of that safety net, and how there's kind of that sense of the Four of Pentacles and holding on really tightly to what you have for fear of losing. And that's just not the energy to come from to get in that flow of abundance. So if you can in some way see that the universe is generous, and that you can call that towards you by being generous. And it can be, small things, but just showing that you trust the universe to provide for you. And as well, that you're going to get to that point where you're going to be able to give so much to the world if you take this opportunity to go after this passion, or this aspect that's calling to you, whether it's a career, education or something. In the end, it's going to do so much more for everyone else around you, not just you. So Pile 2, the last thing I want to do is just roll a couple dice that I have not been able to use recently. I thought it would be fun to do that. I've seen other readers do it. So I'm just going to roll for pile 2. All right, so you have 4 and 2. So you could look up each one individually or look up 42. And I won't direct you to a particular resource because I feel like you intuitively will find the one that resonates with you, that will have the message to support you, pile 2. So I hope that helped. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me in the future, then hit that subscribe button. But until next time, bye pile 2. Hi pile number 3, or reading number 3. If you chose the Botswana agate, this is your reading. You don't have a pile yet because I'll be pulling those here, but this is the Sims tarot card, and I'm just going to ask Spirit for 3 cards for what they want to bring up today. Pile 3. This one wants to come out. Okay. Okay, interesting. It's interesting because pile 2 had a card from pile 1, and now pile 3, you have a card from pile 2. So I just think that's kind of interesting. So what I'm seeing here is with the 3 of Swords, this feels like pile 3. You've been through something and it is like I'm feeling cluttering your mind, cluttering your emotions. It feels like there's a lot of energy, and I'm sort of reading these two together, like something happened that has left you kind of anxious and brokenhearted or frustrated. There's this energy here that's making this 7 of Cups feel tricky, like there is some confusion and that you're not sure which way to go. And this feels like emotionally you're having a hard time differentiating what you need. But I am seeing that Spirit is calling on you to set an intention to reach out specifically to your guides to help you in this transition. I'm hearing transition. So it does feel like there's a transition and there's this kind of turmoil here, but Spirit is going to help you. And this feels overwhelming right now. But the sense that I'm getting is Spirit is saying, get in alignment, meditate, say a prayer, go for a walk, clear your mind or clear your emotions, allow space for your emotions. There does seem to be a need for processing with the mind and the emotions, because it just feels like these are kind of flooding and taking over the mind and body. So whatever helps you work this out, maybe it's something creative. Maybe it's spending time with a pet or something, and you are just allowing yourself to be and process this, because I also am feeling that, yes, like there are some choices to be made, there's some avenues, but there isn't a rush, and over time this will become clearer. Just set that intention that whatever you need to do for your highest and greatest good, whatever is in your highest and greatest good, just ask Spirit to bring that in for you and allow it. And just work on processing what you need to process. Because with the 9 of Cups, there is wish fulfillment here. There is this next level of healing and enjoyment. And so keep your faith that things are going to get easier and there's going to be more clarity coming in for you that is setting you on a better path for you. Oop, one just wanted to fly out. Just need one more. Okay. So we have, you think someone is lying. They are. Okay, so this could be related to the 3 of Swords. Yeah, that, and the confusion, like kind of not knowing what's going on with the 7 of Cups and what you should do. This could be confirmation very specifically for some people here watching this reading, that you have this gut feeling that there's no good and that there's something amiss, something that's not adding up, and you trust your intuition. Try to get away from that kind of subjective aspect, kind of step out of the emotion of it, get into alignment, get into that calm, like neutral state, see what your gut is saying, see what your intuition is saying. Because I have a feeling you have a sense of this, and this may be confirmation. It's dark and you can't see a effing thing. Get your head out of your ass pronto. Okay. So it's interesting because there's also this aspect of, okay, maybe Spirit's saying you are not actually in the dark here, but there's a lot that's kind of clouding your vision. So this could be that you need to take that step back. Like I said, be more objective, be more neutral, get to that neutral point. Whatever you need to do to get there, give yourself time. Like I said, process, and then things are going to clear up. But maybe there is this sense of, because someone isn't being forthcoming here, or they're lying, or there's some kind of surreptitious, I don't know, activity, like there's secrets or something, that you are seeing that and you're reacting like this is a reaction, that you're kind of spinning in your own stuff in reaction. But if you can get out of that, you're going to see things so much more clearly. Pile 3. So I do want to pull you a couple cards from the Affirmators deck. What Pile 3 needs to know, what will help them. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. Okay, so you have perseverance and letting go. Wow. Okay. So perseverance, it seems you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier, blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. Yeah. So you need to process. You need to get that out, whichever way helps you, because that's going to help you get through this kind of turmoil. And it's going to be so much better for you. There's going to be so much clarity and so much coming in. And it is in your best interest, pile 3. I know this kind of seems like a tougher reading, and it definitely has surprised me that it's coming through. But I think it's because there's so much good that's going to come in for you. So letting go, it says, I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. Okay, so for some of you, this might be a bit of like a harsh message in that there's something you're holding on to, some resentment for someone who lied, who maybe cheated or, broke your trust, who didn't treat you right. But Spirit's saying you have the power to process this and not let it eat away at you, not let it kind of create this cloudy confusion and sense of like your footing is gone. There is this sense of like, at a certain point, you're going to see that now you're holding yourself back, not this situation anymore, not this other person or whatever this was. And so you're going to go, okay, I don't need this anymore. I am better than this, and you can let it go, that it's not your responsibility to carry it around anymore. It's just going to be that weight is ready to fall off, and that is going to let in so much more abundance and pleasure, and it's going to feel lighter and just better. I feel like you're going to have more ease, and wishes are going to come true with that 9 of Cups. So trust the process and know that it is a process. You're not doomed to feeling this way forever, pile 3. It does feel like you are in this energy a bit, but you are coming to this realization that you're stronger than this situation. So I'm going to go ahead and roll a couple dice that I've been thinking about using for a while because I don't use them for their intended purpose anymore. Just to get you maybe some angel numbers. Okay, so we have 5 and 11. So you could look these up individually. You could also look up the number 511. Now, I'll let you find your resource, trust your intuition, trust what you stumble across, because that's going to be more meaningful to you, and I'm not going to try to direct you in any way. But I hope that this message was helpful, and if you enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, then go ahead and subscribe. But until next time, bye, pile 3.